Yeah, I doubt anyone younger is listening to this anyway, but if they do, they're punching air right now, mad at me for making fun of them, but it's true. Yeah.
No, but I think also at our age, we've obviously lived a few decades, and from that comes the learning. And for many of us, not everybody, is that sort of willingness to just consider things a bit more widely. When I have a 17-year-old daughter and a couple of younger ones as well, and you see it in the way their brains are wired. It's very singularly focused. It's very single track, and it's this is what life is, and that's the track I'm going on. And when you get to our age, you go, I've been there, done that, seen that, done that, and now what else? You keep a bit more of an open mind. I think there are many people who don't fall into that category at our age too, but I think you're a bit more relaxed about some of the things that you want for yourself.
Yeah, well, I think we've had a lot more trial and error in our life. Like, we were raised with encyclopedias, not Google.
That's right.
You couldn't we had to figure shit out on our own. Like, you just had to go do it. And I think that's part of, I don't feel like I'm a special athlete in the gym. I just feel like I'm willing to try anything. And if someone says, hey, try this, if it works, I'm like, okay, what's the worst that could happen? And
right.
And I just do a lot of repetition, but I'm also wired where I don't believe anything can beat me. You know what I mean? Like I firmly believe I can learn anything if I set my mind to it. And once I've learned it, I'm like, okay, I don't need to do that anymore. Great.
But do you think? I think that's part of who you are, because I get a lot of messages on my Instagram account, and I don't think there's not that many people out there who have that same mentality, or they have to be taught that mentality in their 50s. They're starting to get to that point where they're, instead of becoming more curious, they're now starting to close in a little bit because they've gotten to a stage of their life where they feel they deserve to slow down a bit or to relax a bit or whatever it is. I don't know that many are like you, where they, that's the challenge. I'm going to take it on. I'm going to beat it. I don't know. What do you think? What do you see in your affiliate when people come to you?
You might be right. I mean, maybe you're right. I mean, personally, I do have, I'm always looking for my next challenge or the next thing I want to master or next hobby or whatever. And I am just wired that way. I see at my affiliate a lot of people my age, and they're doing it for health reasons, but they're not doing it to go compete. They're not looking to sign up for High Rocks or local comps. Like, they're coming with their spouse and their kids, and it's an hour out of their day that they're not thinking about their job or their mortgage or whatever. It's like an escape for them. And that's one thing I really love about my affiliate is we're providing an experience for them while helping them with their health. And I think people often don't look at CrossFit that way, but I think that's fundamentally, that's a really important thing. Like, it is entertainment. Now, it's hard entertainment. We're teaching them new skills, but it should be fun. And if it's not fun, if they're not enjoying it, they're not going to stick around. Like, they're just not. And so we have a fun affiliate. We do a lot of fun stuff, and I think people enjoy it. And it's pretty loose and carefree. And I think the older members enjoyed that. We don't have a super competitive gym because of that. Although I will say there's no greater feeling on the planet as a master's athlete than beating someone in their 20s. That is that's better than someone handing you cash as the greatest moment ever. How often does that happen for you?
Actually, not a lot, not daily, but I think because CrossFit is so accessible, you are seeing more and more people of different levels of fitness, and including, 25-year-olds who have not done any of this stuff before, walking into CrossFit affiliates and trying to get into these workouts. So I think my days are numbered on that front, where I'll be beating 25-year-olds because I think many more people are getting into CrossFit. They're getting better at it. As long as I stay ahead of my 17-year-old daughter, we have a deadlift kind of thing going where she's trying to beat me, and I'm desperately trying to stay ahead of her. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I think it happens. I mean, there's plenty of other women at my gym who are a little older who are beating the younger ones too. They've just been at it for longer, or they're more focused at it.
Right. I had this is a true story. During the pandemic, they closed our gym here for, I want to say it was like maybe 3 months, right? 90 days. And I have a really awesome home gym. I mean, it's amazing. Anything you could ever have in a gym is in my basement. And so for 90 days, I killed myself down there. I did nothing but train because I was working from home. Like, so I was literally doing 2-a-days for 90. I was so fit, so much fitter than I am right now. And they reopen our gym and I go back, and first workout back, I might as well have written it myself. And like, I'm 6 feet tall, right? So it was designed for me. It was basically wall balls and a salt bike. 2 things I'm good at. And I'm paired up with this kid who's in his early 20s, and he wants to be a competitive CrossFitter. Like, that's his life goal, was to make the games. And I beat him by like 2 reps.
Awesome.
And I'm not kidding you. I thought he was going to tear up. He was literally distraught. Like, he could not wrap his brain around the fact this 50-year-old beat him, you know? And
that's
I said,
awesome.
But you know, he hadn't had anywhere to train. He's in his 20s and living in an apartment, no gym. And I felt bad for him for a minute, but then at the same point, I'm like, you know what? It's proof that at this age, you can still go out and do it. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't do shit for the rest of the week because I was wrecked. and he probably did like 2 more workouts that day. So that's the trade-off. But you can still go out and perform at a high level at this age, you know?
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of limiting mindsets out there, and again, you know, I talk about this a lot. All the messages I put out there is about having this arbitrary number that happens to be on your birth certificate dictate what you actually try, and it's really limiting. People, you know, they'll look at a dumbbell and say, well, I should probably go for the 15 because I'm 52. I'm in my 50s. Why would you limit yourself before you even touch the thing to see what you can pick up? And I do try and encourage, especially women who have, you know, the added barrier of, I'm a woman, I'm not really supposed to pick up heavy things. You know, pick it up. Trial and error, as you said before. Trial and error. Pick it up and see where you're supposed to be, not what a woman of my age is supposed to be picking up. It's just where you are supposed to be is what is important, and then you progress from there. And I think it's a really important thing to keep in mind at any age is your potential is dictated by you and your physical ability, not by a number on the page.
I love that. Absolutely love it. Well, before we wrap up, where can everyone find you? So, give Instagram or TikTok or whatever, wherever they want to find you.
TikTok? I don't. Us old folk don't do TikTok.
You don't do TikTok dances? No. Well, I say no. I have a TikTok page that I don't use.
Me too.
First of all, no CrossFitters are really on TikTok for whatever that's worth. I just figured that out this week. But no.
No,
I'm not.
I think TikTok is just, anyway, not worth my time. Mostly on Instagram. It's at Stronger Movement. So that's STRONGR_movement. And I'm working on my website. So I coach women for midlife women for macros, but I put a lot of content out on Instagram that is more on the motivational side, keep people of our age group getting into the gym, getting moving, eating properly, just some words of motivation, really. So that's where you can find me.
All right, everybody go give her a follow. Deborah, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. It's been super fun chatting with you about how bad my ankles hurt. So thank you for that. Great.
You're welcome, Joe. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, for everyone listening, appreciate you guys joining us for Masters Moments, and we'll chat with you guys soon.